Hello, my dear students and the rest of the learners. Welcome to part 23 of a 25-part series of tutorials on creating presentations using Microsoft PowerPoint. In this tutorial, we are going to learn on how to package a presentation. My name is Meme JM, or you can simply call me Emily Swap. If you want to be running your presentation in other computers, it is important that you package the presentation appropriately so that it does not fail to behave the way you want when played in another computer. You can thus package your presentation to be displayed or run in a different computer other than the one that you have used to create the presentation, including a computer without a pre-installed PowerPoint program or in one with a program already installed. How do you then package a presentation to run on another computer? For you to effectively run a presentation in another computer, you should package the presentation together with all its files in a folder within your storage medium, which you will use to transfer your presentation from your computer. If you are going to run a presentation in a computer that has an already installed PowerPoint program, you can package your presentation as follows. Number one, you create a folder in your computer into which to store the presentation and its related files. Then you open your presentation, click on File menu, and select Save As command. Browse the folder that you have created and click on Save button. You can also save it as a PowerPoint show by selecting on PowerPoint show and a Save As type box, then clicking on Save button. Then close your presentation. Browse for all the files that your presentation accessed during the presentation, including those for pictures, sound, and movies, and any other file that you might need to access using hyperlinks. Copy them and paste them in the folder that you have created. Then insert a storage medium that you use to transfer the presentation and its files into the respective port or drive and open it. Then copy the folder containing your presentation files and paste it into the storage media. If the storage media is a writable CD, you can perform the burning process if you are prompted to. Then insert the storage media into the drive for the computer that you want to use in running the show. Open the storage medium that contains your files, copy the folder with your presentation files, and paste it into the computer that you want to run the show on. You can now open your presentation from the computer and run it. The following is therefore a demonstration on how you package a presentation to run on another computer. So, this is how we can be able to package our presentation by the title, Introduction to ML Swap. So what I'm going to do, I'm first of all going to create a folder that is going to host my presentation and its respective files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on my storage media that is on my computer in this folder, and then I can click on New or point on New and click Folder. Let me give this folder a name. I can call it Introduction to Emily Swap, introduction to Emily Swap presentation. Introduction to Emily Swap presentation. From there, I can then open my presentation. This is my presentation that I wanted to package. So I can click on File menu and then click on Save As. And then I can browse to the folder that I have created. So my folder is inside the folder called Creating Presentations. And then it is under Presentation Materials. And here it is, Introduction to Emily Swap Presentation. So I can open that folder. And then I can save my file there. So I can retain the name, Introduction to Emily Swap. And then I can click here and Save as Type, and then choose PowerPoint presentation. And then I can click on Save. So we have saved this presentation in our folder. Let me also save it as a show. So I can click on File menu again, click on Save As, then open the folder that I've already created, and then I can retain the name as file name, Introduction to Emily Swap, and then now I can choose PowerPoint Show. So let me click on PowerPoint Show, and then I can click on Save. So we have been able to save our presentation as a presentation and as a show. So we still need to do some other things. So we need to save our files here. We need to save our files. In my presentation, I have some songs. So let me move the songs to this folder. So there's this folder here called Emily Swap Songs, and I have linked these songs, the 3 songs, into my folder or into my presentation. So I have to copy them. I have to copy these files, right-click, click on the copy, and then I have to paste them into my folder that contains my presentation. So I have to right-click in it, and then I click paste. Now, in addition, I also have a video. So I have to browse for my video. My video is in the folder called Presentation Materials. And then there's what I am calling here the YouTube or channel intros. So I have to open the channel intros, and the video that I have is this one, Emily Swap ICT trailer. So I have to copy this video, and then I paste it inside my folder that contains my packaging. So I have to paste it there. So inside this folder that I've created, I have the PowerPoint presentation, this one. I have the slideshow for it. I have the songs that my presentation is accessing. So I have these 3 songs. I also have a video, and that video is this one. So those are the files that my presentation is making use of. So as you can see, I have stored all of them in a single folder, which I'm calling Introduction to Emily Swap Presentation. So what I have to do next now is to insert a storage media into my computer, and then I copy this full folder into it. Therefore, if I click on this PC, you can see I have only one storage media. Now I want to copy that package or that folder into a flash disk. So let me insert a flash disk into the drive. As you can see, my dear students and the rest of the learners, an additional drive has been added. That is USB. So if I open this USB, you can see what it contains. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click or to go to the folder that contains my subfolder. This is the subfolder that contains my presentation and also the files that will be accessed by my presentation. So what I need to do is to right click on this folder or this subfolder and click on copy. And then I have to open my storage media, that is the flash disk. So let me open it by double clicking. Then from there, I can paste my folder here or my subfolder. There we go. You can see that my folder is being transferred, or a copy for it is being now saved in a storage media, which is an external storage media, the flash disk. So here now we have our folder. So I can remove my storage media from my computer, and then when I go to the computer in which I want to run my show, what I just need to do is to insert my flash disk into that computer. Let me insert it on this computer so that you can see what you're supposed to do. So you insert your storage media into that computer into which or through which you want to run your show. And then you now open your storage media, which is the USB flash disk. I have opened it. Then go to the folder that you have already saved in that storage media. Right click on that folder and click on copy. And then from there, you can paste it into or in that computer, into a folder, into that other computer. For example, I can click on this PC in my computer, and then I can click on desktop. And then you can paste your folder there. That way, you right click on the desktop for that computer and click paste. Once you do that, you can remove your flash disk. And then in that computer, you open the folder that contains your presentation. So you can right click on that folder and click open. There goes our files. So because that computer is already installed with Microsoft PowerPoint, you just need to open your presentation, either in PowerPoint or as a show. Let me open it as a show. So just right click on the folder for the show and click on open for a show. And there you go. You proceed with your presentation as you want. And that's how you are able, or you can package your presentation to be read in another computer that has PowerPoint already installed. The other very effective way of packaging your presentation is using what we call the packaging utility. So how do you package a presentation using packaging utility? If you don't know whether the computer that you're going to use to show the presentation has PowerPoint program installed into it, you can package your presentation to automatically contain the program. linked or embedded items such as sounds, movies, pictures, and any other files added to your package by using the packaging utility within the program. This can be done as follows. You open the presentation that you wanted to package. If you are working with a new presentation that hasn't been saved before or previously, it is recommended that you save the presentation. Note, before you give others a copy of the presentation, it is a good idea to review personal and hidden information and decide whether it is appropriate to include. You may want to remove comments, ink annotations, and markup before you package your presentation. And then you insert a writable CD or DVD into its respective drive, though this one or this step can be skipped, especially if you want to package your presentation in a folder that you can share either through a network or online. You then click on File menu and select Export Command. Then click on Package Presentation for a CD and click on Package for CD. In the name of the CD box, type a name for the CD. To specify the presentations to include or add more presentations or other files that aren't included automatically, you click on Add button. Select the files you wanted to add and then click Add. To remove a presentation, select it and then click Remove. To change the default settings, click Options and then do any of the following. To include TrueType fonts, select the Embedded TrueType font checkbox. To require a password to open or edit all the packaged presentations and enhance security and privacy, enter the password you want to use to open or modify the file. To close the Options dialog box, click OK. Then click Copy to CD or Copy to Folder if you want to package one or more presentations into a folder on your computer or a network location instead of onto a CD. Click the Browse button to select your storage location. Then type the name for your folder name and the folder name and click OK. If a prompt message is displayed requesting you to confirm inclusion of linked files into your package, click on Yes. Follow any other prompt messages that may be displayed and respond appropriately. Then wait for the packaging to complete and click on Close to close the package to CD dialog box. The following is therefore a demonstration on how to package a presentation using packaging utility to run in a computer without pre-installed Microsoft PowerPoint. So let's follow this process to package our presentation. So we have to start our presentation. So let me open my presentation. This is our presentation that we want to package. Our presentation is Introduction to MLSwap. So when we are in our presentation, you click on File menu and then click on Export. Under the Export option, we have this option here for Package Presentation for CD. So what we need to do is to click on Package Presentation for CD, this option here. So you click on it You can see we have package presentation for CD, and we have this button here, which is package to CD. So we click on package to CD. After clicking on package to CD, you can see we have this dialog box here. It requests for a name. So let me type here Emily Swap, Emily Swap presentation. We are being told it can't contain more than 16 characters. So we can call it Emily Swaps, or we can just call it Emily Swap, Emily Swap CD. Already, you can see that our dialog box contains the presentation's name. So this is a PowerPoint presentation. From there, we need to include the files that are supposed to be part and parcel of our packaging. So we are going to do that by clicking on Add button. When you click on Add button, you can see we have been taken to the dialog box from browsing our files. So our files are in the folder called presentation materials. So some of the files that we need are the Emily Swap songs. So we can click here on one of them. One of the files we need to include is not just the songs, because those songs will be picked automatically, but we have the show. For example, we have the introduction to Emily Swap show. So you click on it and click Add. Remember, this method will pick the linked songs automatically, the videos automatically. So it's only a few files that you may add manually. So we have included that. Let's see if we can have other files to add. If we click on Add, and then, for example, we go to channel intros and open, and then we click here, you can see if we click here, all files, well, you can also decide to include the specific files. So you can click, for example, Emily Swap ICT channel trailer and click Add. We may also decide to add the songs, even if the presentation may pick those which have been linked to our presentation. So I can still click on Emily Swap songs here, and I can pick the 3 songs. And then I can click Add. So generally, those are the files that we need. If you don't want any of them, you just click on it, and then you click Remove. However, I need the file I've removed. So let me click again on Add and choose the file, and then click Add. We can also click on Options to make any changes that we need. Here, you can see, include these files. These files will not display in the files to be copied list. Linked files are embedded through type fonts. So you can decide to include or not include linked files. So it's good to have it embedded through font types. If you want to have a password for security purposes, you type your password here to open and to modify here. You can also check the checkbox for inspect presentation for inappropriate or private information. But because I know what is in my presentation, I don't need to check that box. Lastly, you click OK. And then you finally click on Copy to CD if you want to copy the folder. Let's see what will happen if I click on Close. We have clicked on the close button, but we have not copied our folder or our package. So what do we need to do? So let me repeat the process again. You click on File menu, click on Export, click on Package Presentation for CD, click on Package for CD. Type the name of your CD, and we are calling it a swap CD. And then add the files that you need. You click on Add. Then, for example, let's add our 3 files. We click on Add. Let's also click again on Add. Then we choose swap intros, swap IST channel trailer, which is a video. I click on Add. I don't need to set the options. The options that are already there are okay. And then now we can copy this to our folder. So you click on copy. First of all, you click on OK. And then you click on copy to CD. If you are given a prompt message like this one, you chose to package or link the files in your presentation. So PowerPoint will copy the linked files to your computer. You should include linked files in your package only if you trust the source of the linked files. Do you want to include the linked files? Yes, I know what they are. So what I need to do is to click on yes, because I know them and I trust them. Then I'm being told the files could not be copied because no recording device was found. Make sure the CD recorder is installed on your computer. Let me click on OK. And then finally, we can click on close. Let's see if our folder has been created or our packaging has been implemented. So I can click on that button. I can click on create presentations, and then let me click on presentation materials so that we see where our folder has been taken. Do you see it anywhere? Did I choose the pathway? Let's open Intros to a swap presentation. We see whether it has been brought here. No, this is the previous one. So you have to know where your packaging has been kept. If I click on desktop menu, you can see that what we have is our previous folder. So the question is, where has been our presentation stored? Always remember to create a presentation or to create your folder, or always make a decision as to where your packaging will be kept so that you don't struggle searching for it. So here is our package. So our packaged presentation has been stored in the folder called OneDrive Documents. So let's go to it. We click on this PC. Let's open our hard disk. And then we go to Users. Open Users. Then Julim. Let's open it and see whether our package has been stored there. And then OneDrive. So we open OneDrive. and then documents. We click open. So my dear students and the rest of the learners, you can see that our packaged presentation is here. This is MLSwap CD. If we open it, you can see what is inside. Remember, some of the files that we were trying to copy were already linked by default. They had been embedded, and therefore they are not displayed inside this folder because they have been packaged together with the presentation. Always note that it is important for you when you are doing the packaging, you choose the location where your package or your packaged presentation will be stored. How do you do it? So what you're supposed to do is when you click on the file and then you click on the export, then you click on the package presentation CD and you choose package for CD. After you have done your copying of the files, and then you click on copy to folder, you are supposed to choose the location where your folder will be stored from here. For example, if I click on browse here, I can choose, for example, creating presentations, and I click select. So you can see when you do your packaging, it will be stored here. And therefore, I can click OK, like in this case. And then I can click yes, and I can respond to the prompts as necessary. And then, of course, you can see copying files to folder. And you can now see that our packaging has been done afresh and proper. So this is the folder that has been created. By default, it is called presentation CD. So this folder is the one which I'm supposed to copy or write to a CD, or I copy it to a flash. So what you're supposed to do is right click on this folder, and then, for example, click on show more options, and then point, for example, to send, choose the destination for my folder that contains the package. Or I can copy this to a CD. I can copy and paste it to a CD, and then I can do the burning. So this folder that is being called presentation CD, as you can see, it has several items. It has the presentation package and it has the files attached to it. So that's how you do the packaging from the presentation by using the export utility, or the one which I'm calling the packaging utility. Remember, you can always rename this folder. Like, for example, I can right click on it, and then I can click on show more options. Then I can click on rename, and for example, call it MLSwap CD. And then I can, for example, insert my storage media that way, copy that folder by clicking on it and click on copy, and then I can paste it into my storage media. For example, let me paste it on my flash. That way, you can see this here. So if I carry this flash, let me remove it. I can now be able to insert it on another computer that way, and then I can open it from there and open my folder and run it as I want in that other machine. And the process of unpackaging will have to be followed by the computer. So this is very important. This is the best way to do the packaging because It helps you to be able to run your presentation even if the computer did not have an initial PowerPoint program. And with that, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have come to the end of part 23 of this series. You can continue to part 24 of the 25-part series of tutorials in which you are going to learn on how to create notes, pages, and handouts. Congratulations for learning part 23 of 25 on packaging a presentation in creating presentations series. You can access the rest of the parts in the series, as well as other computer or ICT videos by clicking or tapping on MLSwap ICT YouTube channel below this video. To subscribe to the channel, tap on subscribe button below this video in YouTube if it's not currently reading as subscribed. For any further correspondence, kindly write to us through the email mlswap@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to me, and God bless.